Good afternoon there, everybody. Silver Dragon here. I was going to do a, well, I still am going to do a little gameplay video for the new features of Cobalt Fortress today. Also, once again, I did check Masterwork's site today, as it were, and lo and behold, we have ourselves a new update again. But it seems like this is the actual full final bit of like mass content in a sense, because we're out of the 2s now, where it's no longer 2.H, 2.I. Nope, we're now in version 0.3, is what has just been released here. Now there is quite a few changes. There are no changes to Cobalt Fortress or Orc Fortress right now, so I won't really change my version at the moment. I'll save this for Sunday's Masterwork Dwarf Fortress LP. But I'm just going to run you guys through, even though I should actually save this for that, I'm going to run you guys through some of the changes today just for the Cobalt Fortress update, as to, well, not, on the Cobalt Fortress, I should say. Alright, anyway, I digress. Let's move along here. Now, DF Hack changed the form door button. Well, just a bunch of stuff for DF Hack. I'm not really a fan of that. The Siege Engine GUI now works, Alt-A, while looking at a Siege Engine using Q in order to open up the GUI for that. So you can manually aim it, kind of thing. Anyway, GUI, we have removed Bifrost Forge and Arc Forge. So those have been removed. They've been changed up a little bit. Added in the Guildhall Garrison button, Battle Cries, Invaders Level Boost button, gives +5 skills to all invaders. Invaders Mat Boost bonus button, increase higher tier materials to invaders. Change Soapmaker button, now toggles the Soapmaker Workshop eye off, or by default it's off. Soapmaker can now be done by the Chemist. If you don't like that, of course, you can disable that to make it more vanilla-y. Delete mod links tab, put mod links into main menu bar on top, add about twice as many more. Add links to all utility threads so people can find info about them easily. Added dungeon deco button, adds 4 decorational workshops. Added process priority button back in, which I like. Okay, balancing and bug. Oh, there goes my light, and hence my lovely colored background. God damn you, son! Why have you betrayed me? Oh, and I dropped my camera. Oh, not my camera. Keyboard. Derpa derpa. Where's this stupid switch? Oh, there's a damn switch. Ah, there we go. Okay, so hopefully that will either fix that, or I'll have to lessen it more. There we go. Well, it's kind of staticky as hell now, isn't it? Ah, well, it'll have to do for now. I'll fix that in a second with some better lighting. Anyway, I digress. Let's go back to this thing here. Fix the Siege Engine. Now, Alt-A, of course. Fix the unbuildable fire-safe building materials. Added crate of mithril bars to trading. Cost twice as much as a crate of steel bars. Removed mithril, wolfram, and meteorite from normal trading. Mithril is now a bit rarer. Slade from blocks now needs 8 blocks instead of 4 blocks. And here comes my lovely sun, which is probably going to distort it even more. What else is there? Remove the arc furnace. The crucible can now melt and extract the new materials instead, the new metals. Remove the Great Bifrost Forge. Frost Giants now drop Bifrost bars directly. Just kill a giant to get the metal. Removed cold hammering from the mod metals, Wolfram, Mithril, Titanium, Chrome. Added simple training reaction for medical skills to the apothecary. Removed soap making from the apothecary. Added soap making to the chemist. Soap maker's workshop still exists, and you can also make soap, but it's disabled by default. Renamed militia commander to military commander, commander, sir, you must come. There is war, sir. You must lead our troops. No, anyway. Renamed military or militia captain to sergeant. Just think it fits better for the new military groups. Iron, bone, and bloodsteel can't be used for anvils. Raise the value of leather, scale, chitin, and shell. Raise the value of dwarven pets. Animated armors have been moved to Cavern 3. Interesting. Weapon runes no longer work on other dwarves. Caused accidents while sparring with your insta-kill hammer, for example. Whoops! Whoops! That's good. So in other words, our striking hammer of insta-death no longer insta-kills the dwarves we're training with. Yay! Nice. Added leather leggings back in. Civilian dwarves were claiming all the leather trousers that were made for the military. Fat only produces 50% much as as much tallow as before. Iron bone is now white. Somehow it was green. No idea how it was up that. Added training reactions to the apothecary. Train medical skills, use medical that, blah, blah, blah. New features, battle cries. This is really, really cool, actually. This part. Dwarves and all other entities can now identify each other in battle. Simply imagine everyone drinking Bondo and yelling. So if your dwarf sees an orc and approaches him in combat, he might yell, "Die, greenskin!" Same is true for the enemies that see your dwarves. So an automaton might state, "Target acquired, class, dwarf, now, destroying," kind of thing. That intrigues me. I like that. It has more personality and more interesting actions to it, in a sense. Battle cries can also be used in adventures. I'm not sure how it plays out. Features can be easily expanded by anybody. Since the speech files have no formatting, you can't break anything. To add more lines of text, go to the data, speech, to battle cry. So yeah, you could make it so that Sound Sense, in a way, would record that voice, like see your voice, like target acquired, must eliminate, or something, and you could upload that to the actual Sound Sense or something, so that it would be used whenever a Colossus or something targets an enemy. Anyway, we have the good stuff here now. Guilds and military dwarves. Yay! Dwarves can now join one of 13 guilds or 4 military groups. They get a 200% learn bonus rates. So a Mason's guild levels up twice as fast as normal as a Mason. Joining a guild costs 500 coins. Joining a military caste or group costs 2,500 gold coins. So yeah, we have a reason to actually smelt gold coins now. Quite a good reason, actually. Dwarves can leave guilds or groups whenever they want. It is free. They can switch between guilds if they want for 500 gold coins. Joining a guild takes 1 week, and the dwarf will stay inside the workshop as an apprentice until the recruit time has been completed. Military groups are the Legionnaire, the Guard, the Marksman, and the Wrestler. Legionnaires gain 200% learn rate to all melee weapon skills and increased strength. The Guards gain 200% learn rate to armor and shield skills and increased toughness. Marksmen gain 200% learn rate to all range skills and increased sight range, 5 tiles. Awesome. Always good for our guys to be able to spot our enemies at farther distances. And the Wrestler gets a 200% learn rate from unarmed combat and dodging, and also increased endurance and agility. All 4 groups get a good teacher, student, and military tactics and physical awareness, as well as a boost to pain resistance. That's good. So that will help them out a lot in combat. So it is worth doing that. And here we have the new icons for them. The runesmith, the scribe, the bard, the inventor researcher, the oven operator, the wax poison worker, the sorcerer, the priest / apostle, the chemist, the alchemist, the ambassador, and the archaeologist uses the mason sprite, so yeah. Now this is the really important stuff here. It's like really important, so read it, please, do it. Okay, they have merged many skills and remapped skills and labors for buildings. Thresher, miller, presser are now 1 skill, the miller presser skill. Wood burning, glazing, and potter are now 1 skill, the oven operator. Leatherworking, tanning is now leatherworker skill. Soap maker, lye maker is now 1 skill, the chemist. Potash maker is now the alchemist. Beekeeper is high keeper. Animal caretaking is now animal armorer. The clother is now tailor. Woodcutter, lumberjacks. They still have the same skills, but yeah. Strand extractor is now the priest / apostle of Amok. Fish dissector is now fish farmer. Grower, planter is now farmer. Excuse me. Wax worker is now wax / poison worker. Tanner is now ambassador. Alright, soap maker is now runesmith. So a lot of these have been changed out. These are just the actual changes out here. Because they had to get rid of all these ones. So they had to replace it with something. Presser is now researcher / inventor. Glazer is now musician. This is just like in the therapist kind of thing, not the actual, like, they're not. Yeah. Anyway, I move on here. Building desire is now architect. Potter is now scribe. Pump operator is now machine operator. Miller is now archaeologist. Plant gatherer is now herbalism. Ambusher is now hunter. Kiln is now clay oven. Wood furnace is now wood oven. You don't have to remember any of this, no worries. They all show up in game as you need to know it. So you just enable your runesmith if you want him to work in your rune armor and rune weaponry, or your scribe if you want him to work in a scriptorum. There are 4 things that change for you. Glazing and pottery is done by the oven operator, because the buildings are now wood oven and clay oven and brick oven. Plant processing milling is all done by the miller presser. Soap is all made by the chemist, and leather is all done by the, leather tanning, all that's been done by the leather worker. That's the main of it. Rest is all the same. All the same. Alright. Anyway. Oh, this is the best part here. No soap maker, potter, threshers, and glazers among your migrants anymore. Woo! Woo! Yeah, nice. Which is actually good, because I do have to create a whole new fortress next time. Cha-ching! Anyway, new spawning system. 3 new creatures can spawn. Sprites, changelings, and toolkits, which is a little interesting. These creatures can be bought at embark, and from caravans for 1 Urst, whatever that is, currency. Pasture those creatures on a workshop to transform them into a new construct. Sprites animate objects and are needed for scarecrows, gargoyle statues, decoys, and guardians. Changelings transform into monsters and are needed for the Colosseum. I like that. Toolkits transform into constructs and are needed for turrets, landmines, and in the machine factory. Nice, finally. Scarecrows can now directly spawn in the Thatchery. Gargoyle statues now directly spawned in the Dark Church. Decoys now directly spawned in the Rock Forge. Guardians of Amok are now directly spawned in the Temple. Turrets and landmines now directly spawned in the Machine Factory. Repeat, repeat. Spawnlings and chainlings do breed, so you can make more of them. Nice. Toolkits do not breed. It would be nice to create more of them, but I really couldn't find an explanation for multiplying tools. So you no longer need a caged monster tool for the Colosseum, just the changeling. That's it. So all you need is this changeling for the monsters, and then you go in there and he transforms into it, I guess. Golems from the caravans are now delivered inactive. They will not move. They will defend themselves if threatened, but that's it. You need to bring an inactive golem to the Golem Forge to activate it. Migrants can no longer bring golem pets. Aw, man, that sucks. They used to bring really good golem pets every now and then, and I really liked. Anyway. Okay, that has been done for balancing reasons. You can still buy golems and build a static defense, but no longer get free golems from migrants. Oh, that hurts. That hurts. Anyway, so why was this done? The spawning interactions in the previous versions were very buggy. They only created friendly creatures that you could not control. They also would lead to horrible accidents if a graveyard was near. Don't ask. The new way has the following advantages. Works 100% of the time, easier to control. Spawns directly in the workshop, 1 step less. New creatures count as pets, can be moved at will, or even destroyed at will by butchering them. But this won't kill the FPS, some might ask. Usually the more creatures you have, the slower your fortress is running. It's because every creature has a pathfinding algorithm attached, and they calculate where to go. This is not the case with these 3 new pets, because they have the immobile tag. I embarked with 100 each, 300 total, and ran at a consistent 150 FPS. Of course, they do affect FPS in some way, but way less than normal pets. Nice. New decorations, the rug, the chandelier. All toys look like this now. The brazier and the sign. Here's the direct screenshot for those, just as a little spoiler for that. Ooh, how lovely. How lovely. We got the sign there, all the braziers here, the chandelier. That's pretty nice looking, I have to say. Yeah, grass, fountain, totem, signs. You can actually put grass down. Nice. And the rugs. I especially like those rugs. That rug looks really good there. Anyway, music stages deleted. All reactions moved to the Tavern. Bards playing music will now stay on stage while playing for 1 month, to be exact. All dwarves within 25 tiles can hear the song with the buff for 1 month. And from the moment they heard it, pardon me, you can play dice poker, costing either 500 copper, silver, or gold coins. You will have a random chance of winning or losing these. The innkeeper can exchange 1,000 copper coins to 500 silver, or 1,000 silver to 500 gold. So you can gamble now. For all your gambling needs, choose Dwarf Fortress. Now, anyway. Those training reactions need normal time. Let me go back here. Okay, you can start a tavern brawl. Small reactions are added to the train rudimentary fighting skills. Excuse me, these training reactions need normal tavern items such as regents, like tables, chairs, or bottles, flasks. The design of the tavern and the trade storage both fit the trade depot. It is intended to build them close together for continuity's sake. So yeah, you want to have an area with that nearby, because you want to have like a big, like an outdoor kind of little village in a way, with your storage stockpile area, your storage, what the hell? Yeah, storage area, your trade depot, and the tavern. Alright. We have, of course, the tavern, screenshot for the tavern here. Dabbling Bard, Persuader, all that good stuff. Alright, new features. Size-dependent leather armor. Leather, scale, and chitin outcome is now relative to the creature's body size. You get 1 piece from cats or dogs, but 3 pieces of leather from a cow or a horse. I used Sackhead's fix for that. Nice. No update to orcs or kobolds. And I believe that was it. I thought I saw another building before, but no, that's just it. Now here's an example of the battle cries here. Dwarf yells, "What an idiot! What a dirty little buffle-brained bastard! I'm gonna shove his pox weapon up his pox ass, that twit!" Human yells, "Die! Die with honor and fight!" The expedition leader charges at the human imperial body hammer guard. Expedition leader strikes the human imperial hammer guard, but the shots parade. Losing is fun! Fun? I'll show you fun! Our alliance has ended! For the Empire! The recruit attacks the Imperial, but he jumps away, and so on and so forth. So this is definitely gonna add some really interesting battle shouts to this. This is gonna make combat, talking about combat and having these interesting sequences a lot more interesting. Like, "Oh, I'm dying, you bastard! With my last blow, I strike." Dwarf has cleaved human's head off. Cut off in mid-sentence. That would be hilarious. No. Anyway. Alright, that's enough of that for now. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this quick update for the version 3 of Masterwork Dwarf Fortress. Definitely a lot can be added in. I cannot wait to get into it on Sunday with a new fortress and all these new updates. Oh man, it's going to be so good. I'm about to write up a plan here soon. I really need a plan. Alright, so let me remove that for now. Let me slide everything over here. Get the other screen region properly in place, and we can start doing Cobalt Fortress. Cobalt Fortress! Yay! Let me stretch it off a little bit. Alright. Pop my face hole back up here. Alright, let me raise the brightness as always, so it's not blaringly bad. Now, anyway, I've already found my location here, so I'm going to embark on here. It's just a basic, heavily forested area. Untamed wilds. The reason I picked here because it has very deep soil. Now, I'm going to go with an actual embark profile. Now, we have a couple ones here, which is really cool. There's one where you start off with an ogre, which is the big, tough battle. These are your like main types of guards that you want to acquire as time goes along. Are these ogres, because they are your big fighters, as it were, your tough guys. So you want to acquire them, armor them, give them weapons, kind of stuff. There's the rat shepherd, which is animal farming, gives you a lot of meat. Now the thing you need to know about kobolds is they don't need beer or any of that kind of stuff. They need meat. So you really need to supply them with a lot of meat. The brave bold military with a blood steel machete. So you have this lovely, like, passed down blood steel machete that's been passed down to generation to generation that you can have for your guys. Give it to your one warrior, powerful warrior kobold to use, and so on. Slings, axe, shovel, all that good stuff. Traps, webs, and doom spiders. You get doom spiders. They're interesting for that because you can actually use. So basically, with this, you get a bunch of traps and some doom spiders, which you can harvest silk off of, and poison. But they also work as a weapon in order to slow down and stop opponents. Hypnotoad. All glory to the Hypnotoad. Nah, anyway. Yeah, there is an actual Hypnotoad. And apparently it has very interesting reactions to the kobolds. But I'm going to go for the rat shepherd just because it's a pretty nice one for that. Let me see what problems there were with this embark. No wooden musical instruments available. That is acceptable. Okay, so I start off with one miner and a bone carver, as he won't be doing a lot of mining. Wood cutting and a mechanic. Carpenter and a grower. Leather worker and a tanner. Obviously, I'm not using the new update because there was no kobold or orc update, otherwise I would have. So this is still version VI for me. And let's see here, we got another bone carver and leather worker. Tanner and a leather worker. So basically we have a lot of butchering leather workers, so we're going to have to do a lot of leathers. A lot of leather stuff. Alright, so I guess we won't know exactly how much we have since I don't see... Oh, there we go. Basic appraising, organizing, record keeping. Here, let me lower some of these just so I can... There we go. I'll put 2 points into negotiating. Alright, let me tab over so I have 300 extra points to spend. Because apparently we just have that much. Now, we do have cave beetles, which is nice, and I cannot pronounce that. Chalsoirs, which are basically small raptors used to acquire rodents, so we can turn them into meat for our peoples. We have 20 jackrats, 20 female jackrats, 5 female, or 5 male, I should say, 5 female. So that's going to be breeding a lot really quickly. We do have a dog, 1 male, 1 female dog. Rusty iron shovel to dig in the ground, 1 chopper, meat, woodstock bulbs for planting, a ratweed, sewer brew, all that kind of stuff. Although we don't need it, I guess it's always good to have a little bit of beer for either selling or, you know, just to have it. Alright, let me go down here. So, I think I'm going to increase the amount of KB. I wonder, can I get an ogre? No, they're too expensive. Damn. An ogress would cost me 751, and I have nowhere near that amount. Alright, so I'm SOL in that regard, but that's okay. So I'll make 4 female cave beetles, 1 male cave beetle. That way I'll be able to get chitin off them, which is a nice armor. Alright. Ooh, I could bring some trap spiders with me as well. I could use those. Yes. So I'll bring 1 male and 4 female trap spiders with me as well. And the rest I will pop into what? I guess ratweed. Why not? We'll pump the rest into ratweed. Alright. So let's name the fortress quickly, name the group, and we'll start off this sucker good here. Alright, so let's see. Praise defense, no. Dusk mongrels. Fame bushels. Seduction flower, lol. Purple grizzle fortress, no. Tempt gear. Meat swing. Superior dots. Bitten combination. Mole distraction. Why not? Mole distraction is good. The fortress of mole distraction. Alright, let's name our group. Let's see. The Gorges of Radiance. The Slippery Boredom. Chastity of Pigs. Oh god. Distinct Jail. Pimple of Pranking. Crumbling Kiss. Paradise. The Prairie of Ale. Lol. Square Seal of Running. That sounds weird, so I'm gonna call them the why not? That sounds intriguing enough. Let me tab back over here. Okay. Customize name. Alright. And let's embark with this sucker and see how it goes. Finally, we may embark! Yay!
Welcome to our new home.
We made it! Yay! Tis a mountain home, well, not really mountain home. To the dirt home! Okay, so we have our crap ton of animals, a lovely river here. Fairly deep as well. We do have a hill here in the background, although it's not much. I suppose. You know, I'm going to use this river here. I am going to use this river. I'm going to make a wooden fort here, basically. Is what I'm going to do. So let me designate a whole swath of trees to be dug now. Or, yeah, to be taken apart here. Alright, let me create a quick couple pastures, actually, I should say. Well, not a couple pastures, just the 2. Alright, so we need 1. This will be for... Actually, no, I will need multiple. This one's for all my jackrats. Jackrats are your main source of meat, unless you get, like, you know, a whole lot of stray insects and various other vermin to put in there. Okay. I'll put a smaller one up here for the cave beetles. The Chalsoir, I'll let them run wild, as they are going to be acquiring rodents for me to harvest. And then finally, we have trap spiders. And I guess I am making a lot of these, actually. Oh, shit. What the hell am I doing there? Apparently I had an old macro still enabled on this thing. That's what was happening there. Alright. Let's see. What am I looking for here? Yes, build another burrow here for the horses, because we'll keep them alive for a little bit. There's just one horse. Oh, it's just one horse? I'd probably just kill it then. I'll kill it soon. Guess we didn't need more than one horse to haul our caravan with us. Alright, let's resume. Let them get to work on that. Run, you little kobolds, run! What do we have in the area here? Spirit raven, asps, some giant otters, platypuses, nice. He's doing his job good. That's good. Alright. Let me click the correct button. Would help. I'm going to create pretty thick walls as well here. Nice. Perfect. I'll put one little bit there, and I'll probably have a bridge going across them. Alright. That should be good. Now, I suppose I should create... Where do I want to put this, though, is the question. I guess I'll put it back here. There we go. Obviously, as I said, the kobolds do not have mining picks. They cannot dig rock and such. So you really need to either embark them in a place that has a cave they can go and explore, which I'm not very good at finding, cough, or just have them dig underground not that far and use whatever you got, basically is it. Yep. Anyway, they're doing a pretty good job. They're clearing out a lot of this really quickly. Alright, let's see about building some workshops here. Some basic workshops. The Toad Liquor, lol. Shroom Shop and Toad Liquor. Now you can build those, but they don't actually have a function right now, I don't believe. Alright. Let's get the Critter Kitchen, which requires 2 ladles and 2 cauldrons, actually, so I can't get that right now. Fish Pond, of course, requires blocks. Wood Processor requires non-economic blocks, trap components, and mechanisms. Lovely. Okay, the Bone Chipper requires blocks, I'm guessing. Yeah, whole lot of blocks. So, I guess I'll just build a carpenter's workshop then. Basic, good old carpenter's workshop. Alright, get to work, boys. Go build it! Alright. No, I can't do it. So build workshop. I need a craft bolds workshop, I guess this is called. Blah, blah, blah. If only I could pronounce that properly. Alright, go my friend, build! Alright, so I'm going to have him build some wooden... At least I would have him build wooden blocks, but apparently can't do it there. That's a pain in the ass. Workshop. Let's see here. So I have those, and I won't be able to do much with them. The wood carver requires blocks. And I'm not 100% sure on how to make those damn blocks, it seems. I don't think the carpenter can make any blocks. So maybe... Yeah, no, the wood processor did require blocks as well. Yes, it's being most unfriendly to me. Oh no, I can construct wooden blocks in here. I'm just blind. Man, I am blind like the bat. Alright, boys. So I'm just going to have a big old storage area down here. Nothing too impressive. It's not meant to be amazing. It's just meant to store crap away from any dangerous locations. So I'll let them do that. Just so we don't get any thieves coming around here stealing our stuff. Alright. Have they? Not entirely. Oh, it's because I'm going to put it right here. So do I require that? 20? Oh, yes. Alright. Now, actually wait, I think I can. Let me remove that quickly. Because I think once I get the wood processor going, I can turn wood logs into a larger amount of planks, thereby allowing me to... there goes my brain again. Thereby allowing me to build walls easier, though I can't use the planks to build other materials afterwards. Such as, you know, crafts and such. I think I can use them to build walls. Dig faster, damn you! Dig faster! Yeah, screw it. I'll build a stockpile up top here for the moment near the actual carpenter and such. Oh, that's the wrong button, my friend. Wrong button. I need myself a wood stockpile. Alright, resume. I also would like my carpenter to get his butt to... Oh, we already did. Lol. Okay, never mind. I'm just not paying attention then. Okay, let's get the wood carver in place. 2 wooden planks. There you go, boys. Cancel store an item stockpile. Interrupted by Spirit Raven. Stop being interrupted. Wooden slab, wooden mechanisms, all that good stuff. Wooden bedroom kits, dining kits, office set, storage set. Wooden slab. Is that the one I was looking for? I'm not sure, to be honest with you. Let me take a look at this thing. The Thief's Tunnel. Thatchery, trap shop. I definitely gotta build a trap shop. Wood carver. Wait, is it the wood carver? Yeah, it is wood carver. Okay. Items of wood. Carpentry for items that vanilla copper can produce. Oh, okay. So no, that's not what I was looking for. It's the sawmill, I guess. Cut wood into planks. 1 log creates 4 planks, which is great for constructions. Planks can't be used for furniture. So yeah, what I need is the sawmill then in that case. Okay. And I will need a wood processor as well. So I need to build workshop. Where is it though is the question. Let me find this thing. Farming. No wood processor? No, that's for something else entirely. I need the sawmill. Ah, there's a sawmill. 2 non-economic trap components and 2 mechanisms. Alright. Wooden mechanisms. And let's build the workshop. Let's build the trap maker's workshop, which is capital T, which requires 2 mechanisms. Okay, so let me build some additional mechanisms then. Whole lot of mechanisms needed, it seems. Whole lot of stuff. Whole lot of everything. He has been stung by honeybees. He is not happy. So those rats should breed like crazy, and we'll get a whole lot of meat by the end of it. Do I have 2 horses there? Stray dogs. Those are my stray dogs. Okay. Stray dogs! Okay. What do we got here? It's finally being crafted. Okay, good. He is taking care of it. Come on, buddy. Build trap shop. Toss that right there. 2 planks, 2 mechanisms. Resume. That will allow me to hopefully build the wooden trap components I require to build the sawmill, which should be sufficient to get everything else going there. Okay, let's start getting stockpiles set up down here. There's finished goods, furniture. And that'll be good for now. Actually, don't let me go. Let's go bars and blocks, which should also... Oh, nope. We should also take in account the planks. So I'll build a long one like that. Okay, that should be sufficient for that. They are building that. Okay, good. Build workshop. Oh yeah, I had to build the other bit still. So I'll go trap shop. Shrapnel traps. Oh, no, that's not where I built it. So I guess I need trap component. That would be carpentry. I think I needed 2 of them if I'm not mistaken. So 2 wooden corkscrews. There we go. That should be sufficient. Okay. So what can I do in the trap shop? Create a shrapnel trap, which requires logs and bone body parts. Produces shrapnel. Axe traps, saw blade traps, barbed wire traps, spike traps, all that kind of stuff you can upgrade there. Make them a little bit stronger, give them more uses, that kind of jazz as a tour. Alright. Let's have them start cutting up the trees around here too, as I don't want them in my way. Okay, it was built, so build workshop. I should now be able to build the sawmill, which is capital M. That's the wrong one. Looks like capital M to me. Weird. Anyway, that guy I'll place right over here. 2 planks, enormous corkscrews, wooden mechanisms. Lovely. We have everything we require for that, so I'll let him get that done. Eventually, slowly, maybe. Let me pull out my proper... Oh, that's not the proper window. Get out of my face, you. Out of my face! And I pull it up again. God damn it! You stop clicking that. Alright, there we go. So I'm properly aligned. Everything is good. No odd color variations or anything. So, alright, we're good here. Okay, then. It seems to be doing pretty well right now. It seems to be doing pretty well. Now, I don't see myself making a full, actual series out of Cobalt Fortress, at least right now, just because there's not... It doesn't feel like there's enough to the kobolds yet to justify an entire series out of them. But I will at least show you some of the new interesting things that they can do. So let's see here. Okay, that's finally built. Sawmill. Cut wood into smooth wood. I need to make some planks. There we go. So I'll let them quickly do that. So they should start making planks and I can start making my walls. Have them do that. I will probably need to make a wooden bridge of some varieties. Lovely trap spiders, an interesting little pet for the kobolds. Trap spiders are a source of silk, webs, and enemies and traps, I should say. No poison, very small, very weak. They only give 1 meat and chitin for slicing them up. Jackrats give quite a bit. They breed very quickly. They are the main sort of food. They give 7 meat, leather, bone. Psycho-attractive toad, lol. The toad. The lovely toad. Anyway. Let me go over here. Now, ogres I need to actually purchase from other caravans, so... Yeah. Anyway, let's build sea wall. Alright, crank that to the max. Double it up. I'm kind of worried about that, but it should be fine. Wooden planks. Number, we currently have 20. However, more should be produced pretty quickly. Just gonna produce a ton of those. Okay, trap shop, can't produce any of that right now. Wood carver. Let's see here. I'm gonna need a lot of mechanisms, so I'll have you produce that right now. Let's see, let's get some basic bedroom sets. Some dining room sets. I need to also go down here and start creating those. So let me remove that. And it's one too far. Lol. 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 Alright, I'm going to create a corridor on this side. Alright. Keep this as far away from the other workshops as I can, because I don't want these guys getting any negative thoughts from that. The interesting thing as well, though, is that kobolds handle stress and, you know, like deaths in the family, as it were, a lot better than dwarves. You really don't, they really won't tantrum for as long or as severely and such like that. Actually, you know what am I doing here? Why am I making fancy? Well, why not? May as well. I don't expect to, as I said, I don't really expect to make a full series out of this, at least right now. So, you know what? I'm going to give these guys a fancy home. Why the heck not? Why the heck not? There we go. Let me just put those there now. Oh, damn it. There we go. Alright, looks good. That's all I'll do for now. That should keep me busy for quite a long time. Okay. Oh, what do we got over there? What is that? Giant wombats. Ah, I see. Wombats! Build workshop. Alright, let's see here. Critter kitchen. Requires 2 ladles and 2 cauldrons. Craft dwarf workshop. Wood. 2 ladles, 2 wooden cauldrons. There we go. So that'll give me my critter shop, where we can actually butcher the critters that we acquire. Let me also... Actually, there's one thing I realized I have not done in a while. I have not created a refuse and corpse stockpile properly in a while, it seems like. Excuse me. Pardon me. Alright. So I'll let them do that for now. They are starting to build that finally.
No.
That's because you're trying to build the spot you're standing on, you idiot. Oi, kobolds. Kobolds. I know. Dig it anyway. You lazy bum. I don't care. Just build whatever you can properly and I'll rebuild it if I have to. I'll let him find the entire, like, outer edge of that so I can just have him, you know, deal with it in one go rather than having to constantly whine at me, I should say, would be the correct term that I'm looking for there. Alright. Even though he will until I get to a certain point. Alright, there you go. Keep it up. Yes, I know, dampstone located. There you go. We've gotten rid of most of the dampstone there. So we don't have to worry about that anymore. Alright, resume. Everything seems to be going pretty well. Let's see here. Capital C wall. There we go. Max that baby out. Wooden planks. Apparently we're low on those. Screw it. Make it out of logs. Someone's being lazy about making their planks, it seems. As a matter of fact, let me go into his... Let me read him. Connect to Dwarf Fortress. Read. Wood cutting carpenter. You, my friend, should not be hauling anything. I need you doing your job. Alright. Needs table. So we haven't gotten around to building those yet. Quite yet, it seems. It's getting there. Okay, we should be able to build the critter kitchen now. Oh, weird. Unless I was looking at the wrong one. No, they haven't started on the Critter Kitchen stuff yet. Lame sauce. Looks like I might have to enable some more additional carpenters, more than likely. Yes, let me give you guys some carpentry. That way you can at least help build the walls and other such things as well. Even if you don't build the stuff we need. As long as they get the walls built, I'm happy. Alright. I'll cut this bit off for now. Anything further than that is unnecessary right now. So we'll let them do that. Now, the kobolds, just like the orcs and such, can go out on their own different type of raid. Let's see what I require for that, actually. Ah, yes. I should probably build those as well. Require 6 trap components. Armor stands, trap components. Weapon racks. Alright. Alright, let me see here. Weapon stand. And a whole lot of trap components need to be constructed. Alright, good. They're building those pretty quickly. Then they should get back to the previous one, hopefully. Alright, they seem to be having less issues building walls with the wood than they are the planks. Although that might just be a case of them, you know, being a pain, just a general pain in the ass. I don't really know. Anyway, let's build some quick tables here. Get them. So it seems like the dining room set actually comes with quite a bit. Alright. Once those get chucked down here, I will get my guy to keeping the records as per usual. Let me check out the noble screen here. We have a couple different ones. We call it, of course, got the head kobold, which is the leader, the war band marshal, the lasher, the punisher, obviously. Shaman, witch doctor, the trader, the horde counter. Witch doctor is basically the doctor. The shaman. There we go. We're getting there. Assign that to myself. The head kobold. Alright. Those seem to be coming along nicely. Build out of the plank, that's 2 feet away. There we go. Hopefully they don't stand on that when they're trying to build it, because that'll be a pain in the ass if they do. Oh, why are you such an idiot?
I can't do it.
Make it out of logs then or something. Oy, sometimes you dudes. There you go, building out of logs, we removed the issue I was having, it seems. Alright. Got a couple more that need to be built there, then I will see about extending it. Oh, really? More of them issues. Let's see here. Container. Okay. Cabinet. Container. There we go. Oh, and probably a door as well was built for that. Yep. At least I shouldn't have to worry, hopefully, about any, you know, vampire kobolds. That would be most unfortunate. Most unfortunate indeed. Okay. There we go. 20 wooden logs. I really do wish they would process some more of those damn planks. Instead, that's the last bit I'll construct with the logs, because I want more planks being made, because it's a waste of pretty much 1-to-4 ratio of, or I should say a triple waste for every single one of these logs I use. I waste 3 of what could have been used. So yeah. All right, let me hotkey all this stuff here. F1, zoom here. Alright, should be good. Make it to a bedroom, assign myself. Bedroom, assign the witch doctor. Carpenter's workshop, no. Wood carver, okay. Make one noble. And a bunch of other bedroom sets. Okay. Alright. And then we'll create a wooden storage set while we're at it. Trap shop, can't do nothing right now. Sawmill is doing whatever it can. Okay. Seems to be going pretty well. I'll suspend that until they get the other piece done. The corner piece, just otherwise it won't be able to do it. Likely. Okay. Let's see here. Did I? No, I did not. Critter kitchen. Finger looking good. Let's get that baby built. Start cooking us up some critters.
I said no.
What are you suspending?
Do that there. I said no.
I know, it's because you're building it the wrong way, you foolish kobold wankers that have the exact same issues as dwarves, apparently. Oh, annoying. There we go. See, now they're building it properly, that's good. Okay. The heck are those? Firebirds. Ugh, I hope we don't piss them off. I don't want to light this whole place on fire. That would be most unfortunate. Oh my god, why are you standing on that again, you idiot?
Do that there.
It's because you're a foo, son. Because you're a foo. Build a wall. Out of the log, that's 2 feet away. There we go, and suspended that. It is now summer.
It is now summer.
Yay, summer. Anyway, I forgot to set my scribe or my record keeper to highest precision so we can see what we have. Alright. Horde counter settings. All counts accurate. Okay. Make more planks. Ooh, we got quite a few little rodents there. Delicious looking rodents. Anyway. Now, I'm not going to make this a massively long video. I'm just going to explain a lot of that. I'm just going to play a little bit of it. Maybe I'll try and send off one of my guys to thief something. If I can. Alter the Gremlin the Lucky. No. I'll build this thing over here so we can train my guys. Alright, I need more than that. Need a lot more trap components. Alright. Build workshop. Where is it? Ah, there it is. What do you require? 10 fire-safe blocks and 4 candles. Damn. So that's not something I'll be able to do easily right now, unfortunately. So yeah, in order to make a ostrich, In order to steal from other civilizations, you need to build a thief's tunnel and send a thief or send one of your kobolds to that. Now they have a 75% chance that they will die, and in the attempt at stealing something. And they also have a a 25% chance of actually acquiring loot. Regardless of either of those, they will. Tan leather hide requires. Run the track requires. So you need a lot of leather in order to train. In order to train your skills. So yeah. Even if you do acquire, say, something, or if your guy comes back alive, you will lose whatever items he had on him. Alright. Let's build these bedrooms. Alright. Let's get the doors in place. Did I miss one or something? No, there we go. I did miss one door. Alright. That looks good. Alright. I'll let everyone go run around, do what they need to do here. Flanks. Of course, I'll suspend the first two till they get the rest of it built. I'll designate any trees to be chopped down. Up to this point. Alright, so I can get that other wall built in there. And then we'll see how things go. They're running around capturing stuff for us. That's good. Requires cooking. For some reason my cooking guy isn't cooking. Lol. It's the Hypnotoad. No, it's just giant badgers. Bunch of giant random badgers just running on through here. Nothing to see there. Nothing to see there. Alright, let that move along. Unfortunately, I'll probably only be able to give this another about 20 odd minutes today, at least. Food. Of course, I would also give them a farm plantation to get them farming, but I don't know if I'll have time to set up a proper farm. I'll see what I can do. We only really need the one anyway, because that's all we're going to be farming off of. There we go. Because we only have one type of plant we can really plant right now anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Okay. Build. Wall. Oh no. That's workshops. Capital C and wall. Wooden planks. Till the other two gets built. Or should I unsuspend that one? No, I was thinking the opposite actually. Or was I? God damn it, I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Lol. I'll suspend this one. There we go, that's what I meant to do. Okay. It's like, man, I don't even know what I'm doing no more, man. Alright. Build workshop. Let's see if I can at least get the big guy in here yet. 5 fire-safe, non-economic rocks. Damn. But yeah, let's see here. Fish pond. Surgical theater, of course, for the other things. What else? Probably should build workshop. Let's get the leather trimmer, which is capital L, in place. What else? Let's get the chitin scraper, or scapper, whatever that is. What else? Thatchery? I suppose, why not? Alright, resume, let them get to work, as they have a lot of work ahead of them. Yawn. Alright. Seems to be going pretty well there. So we got both of those workshops up now. Create a leather thief's cloak, which is required to, and I think a thief's pouch as well, to send them off to get, you know, thief things, as well as a thief weapon, or a dagger or something like that. Clean chitin. Of course, we don't have any chitin right now. We check my animal stock right now. Actually, I should do this menu here. Let me see. It doesn't really say for that. So we still have the same amount of cave beetles and I think rats. They haven't been breeding that quickly yet, it seems. Ah, well. By now I'd expect at least a few young'uns. What the hell is my cook doing? Butchery, tanning. Unless I don't actually have someone enabled as cook, which is a little awkward. There we go. Commit changes. Oh wait, it's pressing. Whoops. 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 My bad. My bad. I forgot to enable the right one. Lol. Oh well. Fail happens. Fail happens. Alright, let's see if I can build some more of these interesting workshops. Let's get the LW training room tossed over here. There we go. So we should finally, yeah, he's finally building the critter kitchen. Nice. Getting all the ladles and cauldrons and everything together for that. We also have the thatchery, which requires plant processing, which nobody currently possesses. I'll give you that after you're done, good sir. I believe with that, it allows us to make wicker baskets and such. Okay, critter kitchen. Cook critter remains. Oh, construction of a wall. There we go. Problem solved, boys. Problem solved. We should be good with that. Everything else is being constructed nicely. Let's build... You know, let's build the pub if we can. No, it requires building blocks. Damn. Damn! Damn it all! Oh, well. In that case, I want to make a butcher's shop. Alrighty then. Definitely need to start increasing the production of certain things, such as the planks, if they'll ever get around to it. But anyway, what can you do? I'd like to set the trap spider somewhere as well.
Sorry, I can't do it, sir.
Oh.
I said no.
Then stop standing on that frickin' wall piece when you guys are trying to make it. Seriously. Idiosos. So we're only going to get that small section of wall built right now, unfortunately, because we just don't have enough wood. At least, well, we have the wood, we just don't have the planks being made from them. There you go. Problem solved. It was not so difficult. Now, again, from the training room, we can practice wrestling, which is the most basic one. Doesn't really require anything. Train blocking with a shield, which of course would require some kind of blocking bracer. Train armor with a suit of armor, leather armor, so on and so forth. Practice training with a machete and all that other stuff. So it's a lot easier for these guys. So it's actually, as it's a workshop task, we don't really have to worry about them having issues with, you know, setting up a proper military and having them train. All you really have to do is set up a workshop profile, send them over there, and have them do the job. Problem solved. Easy. Done. Thatchery has been built. We can bundle wicker using, you know, cave wheat, long grass, quarry bushes, vine, and then make various wicker items out of them. None of which I think we even have. Stalks. Alright, I'm going to take my seeds here. We have ratweed seeds. Alright. And wood stalks. Alright, so that's good. So that's the basics of Cobalt Fortress in a way. Just using wood and leather as your main kind of industries. Though a lot of things do require non-economic blocks, I'm pretty sure those are things that you would have to trade for. Giant hamsters are trying to come devour my kobolds right now. Idiot kobolds keep blocking their own constructions, hence creating issues. That's a shame. Same kind of shit dwarves usually do, but not as often anymore, luckily. Harmonica, banjo, all that stuff. Don't really need to make any of those now. So yeah, there's not really anything too unique about the kobolds in that sense, other than, you know, sending them out to thieve things and just, yeah, a few interesting trading shops, weapon coatings, and stuff like that. So there's a few cool things they can do, but I don't think, at least at the moment, there's enough for it to justify its own series, necessarily. Excuse me. Just because, yeah, there's pretty much everything that's... The ogres are interesting as a pet and guardian in a way. The ability to upgrade them. So basically, they're just like golems, though, is the thing. They're like the kobold equivalent of a golem. Some migrants. What do we got here? Optimizer. Ooh, interesting. Optimization plan. That's very cool. I'm definitely have to check out this thing here. I never recall seeing this optimizer here. So I'm definitely have to check that out, because I might be able to more use that for other Dwarf Fortress episodes. We have a lot of guys here. They have some good military skills, decent. Oh wow, this guy right here has... I'm assuming he's a crafter of some sort. Some kind of savant. Profession spinner. I don't see him having a specific cast other than Kobold. So yeah, just a really interesting guy that happens to have 2 across the board for everything there. Anyway, yeah, there's not too much more I can do with this at the moment, other than waiting a long time for them to plant things and maybe killing some of these guys or using some of the remains to, you know, critter remains to get meat and so on and so forth. So yeah, that is the basics for Cobalt Fortress. So it is advancing. It's definitely a lot more to it than what it used to be, which is basically Dwarf Fortress, except you can't, you know, dig in rock, and that was it. And a few things without really nothing too much to make it unique. But they have improved it quite a bit. Hopefully later on it will be worth its own series, just like Orc Fortress has become worth its own series at this point, from the sheer amount of things that we can actually do with that are unique to the Orc Fortress itself. Anyway, though, I'm going to end this a bit earlier than the 2 hours at this point right now, and leave you guys with just that look at some of the gameplay for it, and of course the, what's it called? Our earlier look at version 3 for Masterwork Dwarf Fortress, which was interesting. There's a lot of really cool changes, cast system, all that stuff. So thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you've all enjoyed. Definitely look forward to Sunday's Masterwork Dwarf Fortress, because I'm gonna have that new version installed. Maybe they'll come up with a version 3A or something, or A or B by the time that rolls around with some additional improvements. Who knows? If so, I will run over those improvements as well at that time, and then continue with quite a long preview or stream of that, hopefully, or recording, I should say. LP, all that good stuff. Crap. Do I work a morning or an evening? I think I work an evening, so hopefully I'll be able to get that done in the morning. Yeah, I do. Okay. For now, guys, have a good one. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you all on Sunday.